Hello, this is Jay Will, aka The Fox, and I'm gonna get a jump start on reviewing Wii games for this year. And my first game to review, I decided I just wanted it to be a game called
Dragonball Z Budokai Tenkaichi.
and this title has gone through an immeasurable number of changes since last year's outing. The first thing I'm going to show you is Dragon History, which is pretty much story mode. Now, story mode changed from last year. Now, let's see, hold on. I'll probably go to the Frieza stage. And the story mode has changed for the better. For one thing, you'll notice, the first thing you'll notice about story mode, it's been made shorter, much shorter. And I thank God that they made it much shorter. And they packed a lot of content in those shorter levels. So, and you're about to see what I'm about to tell you. You're about to see it come up. There's a loading screen. I love those. Now, the thing that changed in story was, you see there's no word bubbles. They don't just sit there and read a word bubble. Just sit there. Now, it's actually a little more interactive. It's not a huge improvement, but it is an improvement nonetheless. You feel a little more into the action. You feel a little more like the cartoon. And watch the battle. You're not fighting as Vegeta. Last year you would fight as the person who would probably lose in the story. Like, you would win the match, but you would die anyway. And I know that ticked a lot of people off. So now you just play as the evil person. And if if you win, the story continues as scheduled, as it is supposed to. And that kind of takes down the tick-off factor of this game. Another thing I want to say, you notice there's no cursor this year. There's no cursor going around the screen. That's because there's no cursor in, cursor out. That's not the same engine that they're using. They're using the core engine, but they changed the gameplay, the controls. So what you're doing is, A is still punch, B is still kick, and key blast. But they changed the way these moves are done. For instance, for you to do a grab, you can't just hold the control stick down and flick the nunchuck forward. You actually have to lunge both hands forward, the nunchuck and the Wii remote, in order to grab, as if you were hugging the TV, as the game said. And for another thing, look at the bottom of the screen. Just keep looking. See that one? That advances the story. So I'm going to press that right now. When you press that one, it advances the story so it can keep going without you dying too quickly.
Why don't you transform and show us your true power?
And it feels like you are controlling the story in a way, in a limited way. Now, see, if this was Budokai Tenkaichi 2, you probably would have had to enter into a whole nother battle just to transform. Not so. Not in this one. In this one, they actually streamlined it a lot. They streamlined this story mode. And they made the overall story mode faster. They made the overall fighting faster. For one thing, if you move the control stick up just a little bit, you go flying in that direction. And it's going to take some getting used to when you first get into it. I'm going to pause this in a second and let you see how the special moves are done. Now, as you can see, all of these moves are now, instead of cursor, they are now gesture controlled. Which means you just hold down a D-pad direction and do a motion with the Wii remote. And honestly, some of these moves can be done just by holding the D-pad direction down and just waving the Wii remote like a maniac. But if you want a more authentic experience, you can do these motions head on, and you probably get a better experience out of it too. And they've made this, I continue to say this, they've made the fighting a lot faster. It's not as slow as it used to be. I mean, in Budokai Tenkaichi 2, it probably took them 5 to 6 fights just to do everything that this fight has done. This one fight. For another thing, in order to do a smash attack, as they would call it in this game, you can't just hold the A button down and do a smash punch. You actually have to press the A button and move the Wii remote. When you want to finish the move, then you just move the Wii remote again after your character flashes.
Let him be.
And I do love that they talk during, while you're fighting, they're talking in the background. They talk during the battle. And that just improves the overall presentation of it. Well, that's enough. That's about enough of story mode. So, yes, yeah, haha, you failed. Yeah, right. That's enough of story mode. So I'm gonna go to another mode. Let you guys see that. Yes. Okay. Next mode is Ultimate Battle Mode, and this has also changed quite a bit from last year. For one thing, Sim Dragon is an RPG-like mode, and you're about to see what I mean in a second.
This is the explanation. You could now to start training. Who will you challenge?
Pretty much everybody, you know. They changed a few of the character selections, made a little bit. I think they made a few more clones. So just be wary if you hate clones of this game. Now you see those power bars on the side. 0, 0 out of 15. Yeah, that's fighting power and defensive power. And the things that I'm going through on this other side is fighting, training, and all that. Now this is where most of the balance of this game came in at. This is where it was put into. If you train just enough, then your energy is gonna go up. And I'm not gonna show you, but if you train too much, of course the health is gonna go down and the fighting energy is gonna go down. I'm gonna do defensive. Well, never mind. I just gotta. You can explore the world. If you don't meet anyone, then well, you just went for no reason. And if you rest, your condition, your fighting condition will go down, but your health will end up going up. So it's really a give and take sort of thing with this mode. See how it just decreased. And if you can see that 4 up there, that means I've been training for 4 days. When it gets to 10, that's when I have to face an opponent. Now I'm gonna train to the limit if I can. And when you train to the limit, your health is really gonna go down, but your fighting instincts and all that are really gonna go up. But if you train too much, your fighting and your health will go down. And of course, I'm just gonna explore one more time, see if I can find anything. Most of the time, the second time around, I'll probably find something. Yep, there we go. Patara earrings. I don't know how to use items in this, so I'm just gonna click yes and keep going. And you see, it just lit up those item slots over there. That first one over there is the Patara earrings, and I'm probably gonna, yeah, I'm gonna try it again. See, I got no results and my health went down. As you can see, I'm about to hit that 10-minute mark, so I'm going to review part 2 of this later. And I'll see you then.